You know what? Yeah, yeah. I'd say YP wins
All right.
Cobble, Ancient
Well,
takes
that's what the
Mirage, and
people
then
wanted.
YP wins Cash. I'll go with that. Go with that. But if YP loses map, no chance. It's 2-0 for Ancient. They're not going to win Mirage.
Yeah, I don't think they will either. All right. Well, let's see what happens. Well, if anything, to help you out, Dust,
Sure.
I've been wrong in every prediction I've made this entire event, pretty much.
Right.
So there you go. Nade and a kit onto Sotfik. A lot of utility over here for Twist. Devilwalk also taking a smoke and a Molotov. The other three going to go for Glocks and Kevlar. More utility. No one actually going to go in for the big Tech 9 purchase. And they're going to go straight into drop. And it looks like everyone will be going B. You got a man working out on the platform. That's going to be Devilwalk. Arch holding off on the rock.
I like this. Twist is picking up on the fact that Kabakan's on a quick flank. He was doing that a load against Lounge, and it was so deadly. But Twist, I think maybe Pronex even kind of realizes this. That's exactly why Twist is sitting so far back while everyone else has pressed drop. Devil walks on the platform. Twist knows Kabakan's about to be here, and look, his read is going to be lifted, and that means Ancient's going to be able to open up the site.
And Kabakan knew, too, that something might be up. He was being so cautious. Ancient were not actually executing onto the B site, but as soon as they do, Kabakan pushes, doesn't check it, goes down, and look at this. Ancient now going to try to switch things over to the A site. Arch trying to get out of here. And oh, nicely done. Dima from the doors brings down both Schneider and Twist, so 2-on-2, and the bomb's not even been planted yet. Pronax in a pretty risky spot, close range against these Glocks. And will, oh my gosh, fortunate last bullet there in the magazine will land onto Dima. And now Arch has come up, and there's Pal from the site, taking him down. Ancient win the pistol.
Yeah, I mean, Arch was just missing a lot of shots there. I don't know if you were like following his POV when you got the flank on drop down room. He had so many like free opportunities to kill people on the side of the head as they were trying to get through the window, and maybe he had his hand somewhere else and just couldn't connect those shots. And yeah, there you have it. Ancient able to take it there. That was subtle enough, right?
Sure.
Sure. Too immature, man. Sorry.
Well, yeah, you really are. We've got
playing. What am I supposed to do, man?
We've got Kabakan, Sotfik, and Arch going for the armor. Ooh, nade off of the box as well as the smoke here to let them go over to the wooden box. Dima by the broken wall, and again, same thing as the pistol, pretty much. It worked then. Oh, Dima with a nice one, and what? Strafing and blind connects on the body shots to Pronex. Arch with the CZ. Things going incredibly south for Ancient. Devilwalk was on the flank, but there's really nothing to watch when the main offensive gets shut down like that.
Right. Now Devilwalk's picking up on Kabakan's flank, but will he actually be able to come up with frag? Yes, he will not. Never mind. I thought he was going to do it. Kabakan was missing some shots, but he picks up Devilwalk. Twist trades, but he's only got 11 HP, and he's in a 1 versus 3 against two pretty healthy players in Davkos and Sotfik, and Dima is low, and he is the first one that he might run across. He's kind of focused on catching this door rotation. This is allowing Dima to slip in through danger stairwell and get the crossfire going. But it didn't matter. Davkos takes care of him alone. And there you have it, a 1-1 split. So Ancient winning the pistol and what was a pretty heavy counter to, you know, Kabakan's quick flank. So it was a good read from Pronax there. But they kind of get blitzed on that round. Now it's tied up.
Yeah, Dima wrecked him. Any round that starts off with a 1-dig on a CT force by, you got a pretty good chance. Those are demoralizing when you're the opposition. And then, I don't even know how, the RNG gods were with him. Dima must have warmed up on Hearthstone today, because that strafing deagle shot onto Pronax, while full blind, was something else.
Yeah. Now Ancient decides to still force up here. I mean, they realized that YP's money could get reset. Money's low. They had to rebuy a lot of players. So definitely trying to see if they can't take advantage of that here before they have to go on to a save. They will have an AK onto Schneider. Pronax with an ump. A deagle out onto Twist. No real utility, though. Just one smoke and one flash. They do have the armor, but they're just going to have to gather up and just try to storm B. Maybe have one smoke to block off vision, you know, at the drop-down room or at the door. And just have, like, one flash that you hope lands and it helps you get out. But that's pretty much all they can hope for. As I'm not sure if they're going to be heavy drop or if they're going to do long B. It seems like they are actually looking to the pop flash in the drop room.
And there it goes. No one is actually playing inside. Sotfik was being very passive, expecting, you know, the way that this game has gone. They know that Ancient are going to be forcing up, trying to break that economy down. Just playing very passive, faraway angles, nice safe ones, and Arch. Good spray control there. Actually, it was Davkos close by too, doing damage with the MAC-10. So, nice crossfires, and they deal with it. Only Dima falls.
Yeah, that's just a good idea from YP. You know, that's the most effective place that you can put the Tech 9s to use that as a terrorist on the force spy round on Cobble. It's just pop flashing your way into drop. If someone's actually playing in there, you're going to be able to get that close quarters fight. Maybe you pick up an M4 because of that, and then you can try to start opening up B from there. But YP elected to just stay away from drop room, play way back into the site behind the statue by you know, the chicken coop, as you like to call KFC, and just kind of wait for them to pour out at range with rifles and deal with it. And it worked out really well. So good play from YP to kind of counter the force spy, and now Ancient is going to be, in fact, on an actual full save. Nothing bought, just blocks.
See if they can cause any damage. This would be a great economy building round for YP to just survive with all 5. Again, Sodvik in that same position, very passively watching the window of the drop exit arch on the other side. Ancient bring it back to the B's site. A couple are going to be going in a drop. They hear those steps. Sodvik, you better let go of that nade because they are already in your face. But now you pull out the AK. Pronax actually getting the TK, and woo, things are cleaned up. Seeing Sodvik's name all over the kill feed. Pronax minus $300.
I mean, that got a little bit scary there because he was almost a little bit too late to drop the balls. Or the ball, excuse me. Sorry, that was
I don't believe that was an accident, Dust.
That actually was, I promise, man. Trust me. But yeah, I mean, it looked like he was gonna have a hard time trying to hold off that push, but he was somehow able to back off. Was kind of helped out by the fact that Pronax killed his own teammate, so that obviously makes things a little bit easier. And now YP are up 3-1, so that was one of the things we talked about in the pregame show, right? Was YP going to be able to put up a good CT side because Ancient just kind of plowed through E-Track on the B side of this map. And so far, it's looking good. Dima being able to pick up a kill there on the Schneider, kind of lurking out in the B platform. The rest of Ancient is staging up over at Long A and the mid slope, but Kabakan has that GG boost that may catch them off guard. Looks like Twitch is checking it, though, and he gets the kill. Really nice read from him.
Yep, that's Twist, ladies and gentlemen. Finds one. Davkos, though, will get the trade with his AK. No ops yet coming out here for CT Sonic. Davkos moving up real close, but Pronax reacting in time. Headshot onto Davkos. Didn't even take that much damage. Still, they have not crossed. Dima gonna pop in an incendiary, make it so that they can't. And Sodvik possibly working up on the big flank. Meanwhile, Arch still playing locked on B, but it's pretty close to the doors. Dima is able to get one. So 2-on-2. Sodvik in a great position, possibly a round-winning position. Oh, Pronax, I think he's just flashing himself right there. Somehow, still wins that battle. Pronax, location known. You got to assume the other man's on the site. So Arch has a pretty good chance, but when it comes to the flashbang, that is the flash that wins the round. Pronax able to get that kill with 4 HP.
I mean, that was just really good teamwork from Ancient across the board. And it started with Twist just having a really sick read on the boost and being able to get it back into a 4-on-4 after Schneider went down really early on the other side of the map. And from there, Ancient was just always trading efficiently. You know, they were always trading 1-for-1 throughout the entire rest of the round. You know, just making sure they were packed together so that they could, you know, exchange frags. And at the very end, just some really nice teamwork there in the 2v1 to get the flash out to allow Pronax an easy time to close the round. And now it's 2-3, so they're already beginning to work towards the tie here. Still a full buy from YP, though. Starting to see a push, but oh, counter flash comes out. Or Kabakan flashed himself. Either way, he's not going to be able to attack Palth, and now Palth knows exactly where he is. We'll be able to come out, but no, he can't make the trade. Big plays there from Kabakan.
And Devil Walk, okay, I was going to say being maybe a little too passive. Does get that trade in, and now they know where Davkos is. They got him pinched in, but with the CZ, he's able to get one more before Schneider comes up with a kill. 2-on-3. Team YP still in control of the round. A lot of utility here. We'll smoke off the cross. That can let Schneider walk up CT's slope, and Pronax putting some shots in, hoping maybe someone would peek off a balcony into it. In the sight is Dima. He's been electric thus far and will continue getting the kills. One's out that one-on-one with Schneider, and now Pronax has to figure out what he's going to do.
He's still got a lot of time, and he does have the bomb on his back. He's got relatively okay HP, but he has to, you know, consider the fact that he is getting flanked by Arch. Arch is cutting him off, so he has to kind of commit to A, where he's going to be in a crossfire, and it's in a 1v2. He might be able to get some 1v1 moves out of this, but no, not going to happen. Sodvik able to play the crossfire with his teammate there, Dima, inside the site. And they're able to close out the round now up 4-2. So, I mean, Ancient, who usually is able to trade pretty efficiently, got caught by Kabakan there at the beginning of the round. That was what made the world of difference. I mean, Kabakan, before that point, was having kind of a tough half. I think he was 1-4, and now with those 2 kills, he solidified around for YP, and he's forced Ancient onto kind of a quasi-buy, right? So this is looking up for YP right now on the CT side.
Certainly is. Oh, wow. Schneider trying to do the dance out on the B platform, and they throw grenades at him. They boo him off stage. He's down. 5 on 4. YP. That's not a good way to start off. With just the Tech 9s, you want to be explosive. You want to have at least even strength, fly into the sights. But here's Twist. They do give him the AK. That's what I like to see. Recognize that's your star player. Hand him the AK and let him do the heavy lifting. Pronax has also been pretty good on this team in terms of just raw fragging ability. With that Tech 9, going to be trying to make some plays over here at balcony, lighting them up. But Dima gets around the corner and behind the van with 2 as he gets those entries for the retake. Softic really, really low. Both of them spotted, and Twist still hanging out a headshot ledge. That will not be an easy shot for Davkos to hit with that up, and Softic is so low with 10 HP. There's no way Twist would lose that battle. Devilwalk also low, but he can kind of just be a distraction right now.
It's going to be off the Twist now, 1 versus 2. He does take a lot of damage, but he does take Softic out. Now he's up against Davkos 1v2, and he takes him out with the headshot. What a round from Twist, a quad kill. This one you need your star player to shine when times are getting tough and you're low on equipment value. He's able to find a way to make that 1 AK you have work. And that's a big round there from Ancient. I mean, and it is true that Ancient is pretty A heavy. I think we noticed this as well when we were
they certainly were
against E-Frag. Much more so than a lot of other teams. I mean, most teams have just been the bread and butter along B rushes, adding drop down into the equation at times. Maybe the occasional pushing of long A halls to force people to respect that side of the map. But for the most part, it's a pretty B heavy affair. But now you're seeing teams like Luminosity, like Na'Vi, like Virtus Pro kind of be a little bit more leaning towards A, and Ancient kind of picks up that trend. They've been pretty much A every time. Now, though, they're up against a save from YP, and they're dealing with it quite efficiently, right? Haven't lost a single player yet. Look like they're going to tie this game up now.
Yeah, earn themselves a freebie. A couple of those rounds were very close. Round 5, or excuse me, yeah, winning 1, and then, round 6, Team YP wins it, but they only keep 3 alive. That's like the bare minimum to kind of keep your money in a decent spot, and then losing another one and forced to finally save. Ancient keep everyone alive there, build up the money. At this point, can take a loss and come out with the rifle round. And let's see, the op finally making an appearance. Schneider pulling it out on the T side, and of course, Davkos with his.
Yeah, and they use Schneider kind of in a weird way. I feel like I've been seeing him op solo at B a lot, while the rest kind of work A, which is a little bit different. But it looks like this time they actually are just going to load up, really be heavy. They're just going to leave Twist alone, to work the long A halls while everyone else is gearing up to come out. Schneider looks like he's actually going to lead out with the op, but now that the Twist has picked up a kill at A, this might slow Ancient down and kind of reconsider. Twist actually does get caught, though, by Davkos, so now it's back to a 4-on-4, and Ancient still with their original plan for now, gathered up in the B lobby, but as I say that, they're certainly not committed. I mean, these other guys over here, including the bomb carrier, could easily transition back to A. So let's see what Pronex wants to do. What read does he have?
Well, 4-on-4 on Cobble. Of course, it's going to favor Ancient. And, well, the site that is usually easier to take is going to be B, but we do see Arch up on the tree. Molotovs are going out. Will they have the Molotov that goes up onto tree? It looks like they've cleared out both the bench and that long part of the platform. So they know that that is clear, can walk out safely. And that'll put their full attention onto something like tree, so maybe that's good enough. Davkos here back from the KFC will be missing his shots. That's 2 he took now, peeking out. 3rd time is the charm, connects, and Arch from up top was silent for a long time. Davkos with his 3rd, and there's the defuse. But bomb plant does come in for Ancient.
Yeah, then that was just really smart play from Arch there. I mean, he had the boost, Ancient didn't check it, and he didn't show himself for a very long time. He just kind of stayed behind the tree. He kind of allowed them to come out of the broken wall, just kind of rely on Davkos' op to catch a pick here or there and kind of pull Ancient's attention, which is exactly what happened. Davkos gets that one initial pick with the op to start things off, and that's whenever Arch decides to step out from behind the tree and take some shots, and he gets 2, and then Davkos closes out the round for a hat trick. So just a good combination of efforts there from Davkos and Arch to play their spot smartly and secure a round, and they're doing really good on the CT side right now. Like, I'm still not sold on Ancient yet. I mean, yeah, they've gotten some rounds here or there, but every time they're about to pull out ahead, YP, puts a stop to it.
And I'm surprised that shot didn't land. I thought it would have at least got him through the doors. Looking for a player who went low on Ancient, but not the case. Looked like they were flying long, but they hear the op shot, know they were spotted, and quickly pull a cancel. And Just kind of setting up with Twist watching the flank and the rest working now into the B halls. 2 set up, Devilwalk and Pronax looking to go into drop. Schneider and Palf. Actually, Palf's going to throw the pop flash. Schneider just watching the B long push. Here it comes. Boom, boom. Dima forced out of the room and drop control taken now for Ancient. Sodvik comes over to help from inside that B site. Pronax so blind. Nicely done. Good support here from YP.
Yeah, it helped that Ancient didn't even come out long beyond that, so they were able to kind of put the teamwork on drop-down room and just get a 2v1 battle there. So really well played by YP. A missed opportunity for Ancient maybe, but they're still trying to come out the long B platform. Devilwalk going to step out first. Arch behind the tree again. This time he'll come out right off the bat, and he gets 2 again.
Uh-oh, Schneider, there it is. Oh, but Davkos gets Twist right back. Schneider still up with the op 1-on-2. Oh, that flash was so key. Good use of flashes there from Team YP.
I mean, it was just really well done from YP. Like we said, that initial 2-on-1 they got the drop-down room, they didn't feel any pressure from the B platform, so they were able to kind of sync up there and grab that kill, and that was big. And it's also big that Arch, again, boosted tree. This time he comes out immediately rather than kind of waiting it out. But it still has the same effect, getting 2 frags and giving his team a man advantage. So, yeah, YP are really putting on a good show here on the CT side. Now they have Ancient onto just some pistols and very low utility, so they have a chance to take, you know, the lead from this end.
Yeah, and on the CT side, too, as you commented, those rounds so hard to come by at the top level of play. Here's Dima with the spray down. Twist, though, able to get 2 with just a B250. Only took 8 damage for that. Look how costly they've made this. 2-on-2 bomb going down. Lots of money. Twist still fighting, still close. Could win that battle, but no, aim punch takes him out of it. Now it's up to Devilwalk.
Still pretty insane that Twist comes up with the hat trick to even allow that bomb plant to happen. So, I mean, you're definitely seeing some flashes of brilliance there from Twist. He's 15-9. Certainly putting in the work. In fact, if you combine all of his teammates' frags, they're only 1 higher than Twist is. So you can certainly see that he is shouldering the bulk of the weight here.
Because of the ping, man. 17 ping. Just kidding. He's a god.
Definitely hitting some shots there. But YP, as a unit, as a whole, are doing quite well. Dima, who was kind of one of the guys that struggled in their series against Go Lounge, has come out well ahead now. Arch has even been big. I know he's not the top fragger, but he's had some really key plays from that tree defending the B bomb site to secure some big rounds for YP. There you have it. It's looking quite good. Ancient, they're going to get a full buy here. They need to make this one work, though. Otherwise, this one's going to kind of start spawning out of control.
Yeah, very well might. Davkos has given them, well, some intel, right? He peeked middle aggressively on the last round, doing it here from the mid room. Start of this round, he peeks out a long A, and they're starting to catch on to that. Yeah, Twist opping now instead of Schneider will take that first pick. Davkos is down and maybe becoming a bit too readable as he's done that the last couple rounds, but I mean, that's an easy adjustment to make. And of course, the round's still not over yet. Ancient will have to win it, but get themselves into a good starting position. What is this? Oh, never mind. I thought they were boosted. He was just on the hay bales.
Bakken's kind of treading in dangerous waters right now. We're in danger. Wow, I didn't even think that was going to sync up like that. But Palf is going to be able to get the entry there. Now we're going to see Ancient begin to spill out to the A site. We still have Schneider lurking over. He might even catch this push from Arch right now. Arch is trying to push through long B to try to get a flank of his own, but Schneider's going to be there to cut him off, and there it is. So Ancient 4-on-2 now, and now they know B is open. So Palf will just back off. Palf will stay here at A. But that bomb is making the transition to the other side of the map, and this is pretty much in the books for Ancient.
Yeah, indeed. Not thick.
Are you okay, man?
Sorry, I was responding to some tweets. Not thick. 1-on-3. Not going to be able to do too much. Did take one more person out of the round. And that was actually the, well, Twist went down earlier with the op, so that's not preserved. Let's see if they go back and try to pick it up. There you saw it, that Asimov down in the mid-room. Bomb about to explode. Schneider just pre-firing things, gives himself away. Will go down. Sotvik throws one op away and presents his knife. I don't know what that was about. I assume he was trying to go down and get the other op and then throw it back up on the little, what I like to call rook.
It almost seemed like he had given up on trying to save the op. Like he threw it away to make sure that Ancient couldn't get it back, and he just ran out with his knife thinking like, hey, I'm just going to die. I can't hold this. really might have had a chance if he just would have held to the op and found a different spot. Maybe he could have actually saved that, and that would have saved a lot of money. You would have had Davkos being able to drop a rifle, and you would have had almost a full buy here. But now they're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel with Sophic and Arch just on CZs. Davkos does still be able to get the op, but like I said, they could have had another rifle here. But we'll see if it matters. Dima does get the opening kill. Slow things down over here at the B bomb site.
Counter boost comes up. Could be dangerous. Schneider's looking at this with an op. It will get re-smoked. Little did they know, it might have been a little bit better if they didn't, because Schneider could have maybe walked through with that op too. You're going to give yourself away by the barrel. Palp's already down. Who else other than Dima, who's been so explosive, has found that frag? Got a nice setup here. What will Ancient do again? Looking at this A site.
Yeah, right now they're just kind of staging up, looking to see if anyone's actually going to peek over at long A, but not going to be the case. Kabaka and Dima pretty, well content just to sit in the back of the A bomb site and just kind of wait for Ancient to roll up the slope. They even have Arch cheating over all Sophix pressed through Dragon Lore as well. So now they have all this information. They know exactly what Ancient's up to, and they're going to have such a quick rotate. All 5 players are going to be here. This is going to get brutal, I think.
Pronax is kind of sliding behind enemy lines, but then is noticed. He goes down without a say in it. Twist did find a double. Was able to also pick up the bomb. Just standing on top of the site. Super confident. Dima hitting all these shots. Schneider missing an op, and Dima again to answer. 4K for Dima. It's 8-5.
That was really all predicated on the fact that with the counter boost from Sotfik, when he was able to actually push through and get into the Dragon Room and notice that no one was there, that allowed the only B player that was there to go ahead and begin rotating. And again, all 5 of YP members were in position there. You had one on the flank, you had 3 inside the site, you had 1 already at either door or balcony. So I mean, that was always going to be difficult for Ancient to come up with the round when literally your entire opposition is already, caught on to what's up and has gotten into, the correct spots to defend it. Now it's 8-5 in favor of YP. A great chance for round number 9 here, as Ancient again is just on a bit of a force buy. Only a couple of AKs in play. You have them on the right guys. You would want to try to make something happen, but can they is the question.
Yeah, I mean, obviously going to be force buying for the rest of the half if they don't win this. Only one more round. Even if they do win it, they're, depending on how costly it is, they still might not have very much going into the last round. This time trying to work B, we'll leave Twist. Twist getting legged as he's in the mid room. That must have been Davkos from up on the site. Or maybe the SWAT truck. Either way, Twist now low and spotted. They'll go for the B take. Pronax was able to get into the drop unnoticed, but didn't hit the headshot. Now very, very flash. Sothic basically a free kill. Palp, though, does get in there for the revenge very, very quickly. Davkos stopping them on the cross. Nade Smoke kind of blocking line of sight there for Schneider. And look at combined 15 HP on the 2 members of Ancient. And Arch and Davkos have this crossfire locked down. Twist, though, making them think about the fact that he's in drop. Just got a kill. Now Schneider brings down Davkos. It's up to Arch, also very low. Pretty much anyone who shoots someone first wins, no matter where it is. Not maybe going to expect this flank, and was almost ready, but Twist hits his shot first. 6 rounds for Ancient.
That's a big round to win if you're Ancient, right? You only had a couple AKs in Tech 9, so a bit of a force buy, and they made it work somehow. So now it's still at a respectable margin. If they can actually get this 7th round, it still wouldn't be so bad. I think they're still at a disadvantage here. I think you got to get 8, 9 rounds on the Terra side to really feel comfortable on this map nowadays. But they do have YP on a kind of a quasi buy of their own now. So, obviously YP buying up what they can, but it's not ideal. And so this could be the opportunity for Ancient to actually get it around here and make it 7, make it as close of a half as possible. Schneider saw that they were trying to do a counter boost here, trying to see if he can't punish it. He does pick up 1. It takes a lot of heat, but Twist also picked up Davkos. He's now even pushing Kabakin back. So this is looking exactly what Ancient wants.
Battle of the flashes. Neither of them really that blind. Like Kabakin peeks out Twist. Dodges the flash, hits the headshot, and gets another entry onto Sotfik coming up that slope. It's Dima, last man up here in balcony. Bomb going down very safely. And Pronax, Devil Walk, Twist, all set up in good post-plant positions. And that'll be that. 8-7 half. I mean, I'm sure looking at the community's like betting habits and even some of the Twitter polls that I just put out, everyone expecting Ancient to dominate this, but very solid CT half from YP within 1 round, 8-7.
Yeah,
Ancient were probably hoping for more.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, they had like just an easy time on T side against Efrag. just a couple of days ago, where I mean they didn't drop a single terrorist round. You know, just were able to storm through it and close the game quite easily. And what I did notice there as well is that Ancient, you know, didn't have such a good CT side against E-Frag. I think they only got like 6 or 7 rounds on the CT side. That's not going to be enough in this game. You know, they're going to have to come up with even more. You know, if YP can take pistol, then you're even really making it more difficult for yourselves. It seemed like their CT side was a bit scattered against Ancient. Meanwhile, YP, I think, did more than enough on their CT side to put them up in position to win. I mean, as long as they can have a similar T side to what they had against Lounge a couple of days ago, they should be well on their way to a victory here still. I mean, up until the last 2 rounds of the half, it always seemed like Ancient was a few steps behind. Like every time they would get around, YP would come back with the response and kind of hold them off. It was only, like I said, the last couple of rounds where Ancient really showed us that they were kind of, you know, in the lead, so to speak, but it came a bit too late, and so they're still going to be around down the scoreboard. And we'll have to see, man. This is a really important pistol round now.
That it is. I mean, T-side gets, not only is it slightly favored on this map, but it can get really easy if you start off with a pistol round win. And YP got to be feeling pretty confident, especially with the way that Dima has been playing. I mean, he played a very aggressive, very willing to peek and kill you CT side. So now when he goes over to the terror side, he's already warmed up to maybe try to hit these entries. And they'll split up. 3 actually going to B initially. Most likely going to be a connector drop into an A split.
It's actually very similar to their pistol that they ran a couple of days ago against Lounge. Almost exactly. You know, just sitting outside long A, waiting for the push. They're going to get that, and yeah, they're going to split A through drop, and this is the exact same pistol.
They are out. The rotation's coming over. Let's make sure YP realizes that the CTs didn't rotate yet. They were able to hold there, and connector got 1, and actually clearing out the A site as well is Dima. Palf jump and spotting him. Now they know where the last member is, and going to be a very, very flawless round. Just barely even taking any damage.
Yeah, that's for sure. Like Dima and Sotfik maybe got scratched up a little bit there. But other than that, it was very dominant from YP. And it was just all based on the fact that we saw Ancient trying to push out A, trying to get the early intel on what was going on so they could make a quick rotation. And they got punished for it. You know, YP picks up that kill, instant 5-on-4. They're able to time their split pretty well after that point and capitalize on the push from Ancient. And that was a big win. Now it's 9-7. Great chance for it to turn into 11-7 before Ancient can get a real purchase. They do force up a bit here. Not so heavy. They only bought 2 half armors, but definitely upgraded pistols across the board. And we're going to see YP set up pretty similarly to last round. Just a couple of guys kind of drifting towards mid while the rest gather up in the B lobby. Right now they're just looking to see if they're going to be gifted another free frag from a push or something like that.
Yeah, so after the 16 rounds that we've seen, it's kind of a different story for Ancient. Yesterday, it was everybody dropping bombs. Twist a little ahead of everyone else, and only Devil Walk down there at the bottom. But now it's Twist way above everybody else, and everyone down at the bottom. Just one person getting the kills isn't really going to be enough. Sure, there's more to Counter-Strike than kills, but they're still pretty important.
So looks like we are going to see YP beginning to gather up more heavy towards the B side of the map. We still have your 3 normal players here, and Twist has already begun to rotate as well. So they'll have 4 in the area, but again, only 2 have armor. And one of those is over at A, so they only have actual 1 armored player here at B to defend against this.
Oh man, the first shot missing, then the aim punch coming in. Palf can't do anything. A broken wall with the 5-7. YP are walking into the stack now, maybe starting to pay the price. That Sotfik will fall on that pass by Rectangle. Davkos going to look to trade in there. Twist going to get 1 more. 2 more, actually. Double for him. Kabakin bringing down Pronax. And we've got a 2-on-2. They made it costly. Twist with another very quick peek, allowing Devil Walk to go first, and Twist gets the trade. And
Arch was lagged out.
Yeah, Arch lags out.
That is
Twist
so unfortunate.
Twist with the 4K. Well, I mean, we'll give him a 3K.
I mean, even before the lag, Twist was hitting some nice shots there to put his team in a winning position, but it still came down to a 1v1, and obviously there's nowhere a way to replay that round, because there's no way of knowing what would have actually happened. Even if Arch wouldn't have lagged out, maybe he still would have lost the battle to Twist. It's one of those kind of scenarios where, you know, you just can't know what would have happened. So unfortunately we just have to kind of play on from that, but that could be big, especially as close as this game has been, and YP were starting to kind of pull out ahead there. That's so massive. And I mean, Twist has just been absolutely destroying people right now. I mean, when you look at it, he actually has more frags than the rest of his team combined at this point by 1 frag. I think the rest combined are 26, if I'm math's right. So
I'm not going to attempt it.
He's at 27 and 12. This is.
But yeah, you're right.
It's a pretty brilliant effort here from Twist. He's definitely shouldering all the weight, and that's kind of what we expected, right? Even after watching them play a couple of days ago against E-Frag, that was kind of the trend, that Twist was way out ahead when it came to ADR and the KD ratio. Not sure what his ADR is right now.
Yeah, I think on the first map he tied 25-25. Him and Half both had 25 kills. And then on the second map, I think he had 31. Maybe Schneider had like 21. A couple other people in the 20s. But yeah, of course, Twist is the star player of this team.
Yeah, I mean, and that was to be expected. You kind of think that Schneider, though, should be able to put up some relatively good numbers alongside Twist. Obviously, Pronex is going to be more your in-game leader, so you're not really too worried about his numbers. And then Palf, you have to see if he's going to pan out. That should be the other guy next to Twist and Snyder that should be putting up the bulk of the.
I mean, honestly, the scoreboard's in the right order right now. It's just the fact that Palf and Schneider don't have enough.
Yeah, they really don't.
They're not taking enough of the weight off of Twist, really.
Exactly. That, and I mean, if you are Devil Walk and you're not the in-game leader and you're a support player or, you know, a peripheral role player, while you don't need to be a star and put up monster numbers, 3 and 14 is kind of unacceptable. You got to be able to put up more than that. I mean, you got to at least not be getting bodied. Like, even if you're not getting a lot of kills, at least, you know, don't die so often. Just kind of, you know, throw weight over the YP so easily.
Yeah. Still, though, even with that, a fairly tight game, although arguably a round that maybe Ancient shouldn't have had kind of a crappy circumstance with Arch going down. Although the way Twist was hitting shots in that round, he very well may have hit that next one too.
Indeed. Exactly. I mean, it's obviously unfortunate. We see these things happen that, you know, someone lags out or even like a bomb gets stuck, like what happened with Renegades versus Mongols at the minor in Taipei. This those unfortunate circumstances that take place that there's really no fair way to deal with it, right? Because you can't just replay the round. Too much has already happened. You know, trying to, you know, repeat that properly would be impossible. So you just kind of have to take it and let it ride. And yeah, it sucks, but you just have to try to pick back up and see if you can't, you know, move past it and still, you know, do the correct thing. But that round loss certainly does hurt YP, right? You know, their money is going to get reset now. Ancient, this is going to be their opportunity to tie things up before YP can get enough money to do a full buy. I'm hoping that they're going to be able to get Arch back into the game rather than have to use some type of stand-in or something, because he definitely has been, you know, while the numbers weren't super massive from Arch, the plays he's made has certainly had a huge impact. Both days of the tournament that they've played in.
Yeah, and overall, well, he's actually really big for them on day one, the second best player. But overall, through, I mean, how many maps do I have recorded here for them? 45 maps played. Arch in 32 of them. He is pretty much their third go-to player behind Davcost and Sotfik. I mean, Arch and Dima were kind of here at like the median, and both of them are playing way above like any recorded level we have of them, right?
Right.
They've gone Super Saiyan.
Now we're just kind of at a standstill, waiting to see what's going to happen here, waiting to see if we can't get Arch back into the server and get this thing rolling pretty quickly. I know we did have like a delay in the game prior with SK having some troubles with this.
SK made up for that though by dominating.
Yeah, it is true, right? I mean, they ripped through both those maps pretty quickly. This one is a real nail biter, actually. I mean, it's been YP out front for the majority of the game, with Ancient trying to catch up, but every time they would gain an inch, YP would take it right back. But this now, with that last round that they just got, this is actually their biggest opportunity to go ahead and steal it away from YP, take a lead for themselves, and try to control this game going forward. But again, someone else has to step up besides Twist. Unless Twist is just going to keep making plays like that and get up to like 40-something frags.
Twist will just drop a 60 bomb. And
yeah, I mean, that works too, certainly. I mean, we saw what happened with you know, Hen over on Games Academy in the NALC when he dropped like 45 kills on Mirage to just carry a game against Echo Fox. But yeah, I mean, yeah, either Twitch is gonna have to just keep doing what he's doing, which it seems like he's having no issues doing that, or someone else is gonna have to rise to the occasion here for Ancient, help him out a little bit.
All right, well, I think what we'll do We'll
Okay.
try to pull the old let's take a break and then this guy will come right back scenario. So
That's
we'll
fine.
take a quick break while they figure out what's going on with Arch. And I think Kabakin was also saying that he was having some troubles with his net. Hopefully it's nothing malicious, and we'll be back with the MLG Last Chance online qualifiers for the European CIS region in just a moment. Stay tuned. We're back. Arch is back. There is justice. Also, just realizing now that he's connected, Arch and Dima have the exact same scoreline of both being... Oh no, that bugged out on the in-game overlay. I was about to say, that seemed odd.
And the in-game overlay said he had 999 kills. I was like, what?
For me, it said he had 20. He was 22, 4, and 11, which is the exact same as Arch, but Dima, excuse me. But of course, it is dominated. I'm glad that we got Arch back in this. Still kind of unfortunate that they lost that round, but Twist certainly deserves credit. 3 P250 kills, and of course the 4th onto the lagged out Arch, which secured them the round, getting them within 1 and getting them that economic advantage. But still, Team YP pouring out into the bomb site, and what do you know, Arch back in it and finds the opener. B site is completely taken, and they got the smokes here for this door. Bomb being planted now.
This is looking good for YP. Great recovery. We do see Snyder trying to boost over the smoke to see if he can spot anybody. And I think they're hearing this jumping around going on, Kabakin and company. So that means he's actually just going to swing through and grab 2 frags there for free. And now it's just Twist with the SMG.
The
He's the only one left. Yeah, and so I guess justice has been served. All is right in the world. YP get the next round to kind of make up for that lag out loss in the round previous, and they will retain their lead and even build upon it. Now going to be up 10-8, so looking quite sharp. Meanwhile, money reset for Ancient. They're probably kind of in double save territory at this point, so YP really has a good chance to get it up to 12-8 now.
And yep, money super broken. SMG's coming out as a response here from YP, so good read on the situation. Looks like an ump into Pro 90s.
Uh-oh. Arc light out again. Oh,
No, I was
okay,
like, please no, Arc, please no.
He's back. He's back. We're good.
Some odd movement there. I guess he buys with the menu and clicks on it because
Yeah, there was a little bit of concern there, but he pulled through, and now we're into the next round here on number 19. YP up 10-8. We see them gathering up again, more towards B, but Arc and Davkos do have their eyes on a mid, looking for a push. Devil Walk and Twist are going to be pretty well pushed up long A, but not exposing themselves to mid. Davkos actually gets himself into the mid room here, and with that, we see the bomb even transitioning over to that side. So,
yeah, and where does the danger actually lie? There's a P250 with Devil Walk over in danger, so what do you know? And Twist also with 1. So both of the upgraded pistols are over at long A, which is where Sodfik is going, but he is also doing this with a P90. He should be okay if he checks his... Oh, man. But it's Twist! He will not be denied at least a kill. Arch trades him out. 4-on-3 now for YP. Parnax on the site.
see if he can put some magic with his USP. That's what the Shadow of Davkos allows him to anticipate, but he's still not able to get the frag. Does a lot of damage, but Dima comes in, bails his teammate out. They will get control of the site. Now they have a 4 versus 1, and Schneider with just a P2K, looking to see if maybe he can just pick up an exit on someone pushing in on him, but it's definitely going to be YP's round, so they will go up 11-8. Again, very good chance for 12-8, too. There's still not really going to be enough money, with the exception of Twist and Snyder. Everyone else is going to be pretty low, so maybe they do some type of upgrade pistol buy on some of their higher money players, but otherwise it should be pretty low utility. That should help YP out to increasing their lead.
Snyder behind the rock, trying to get something done. But P2K not going to cut it. No armor as well, having to fight the aim punch. Dominant round from YP. I mean, even the round previous was dominant when they were up on that force buy. And what will Ancient do? The money not really situated. Just a couple more upgraded pistols and maybe another chance at a gamble stack. Still the 2 P90s as a response. YP know what's going on. 2 smokes though, so it looked like Ancient maybe something a little different planned. At least try to slow down what YP is doing.
We're going to see them do what looked like a counter boost here, but never mind, they kind of backed off of it. Now they're just going to be doing a complete stack over on the A side of the map. All 5 players here, 3 on the mid slope, 2 over at long A. So just kind of hedging their bets, hoping just maybe YP will fall into this trap and have a chance to make something happen, but seems like YP are leaning pretty heavily towards the B side of the map at this point. They're already into drop down room, it looks like. So it seems like they're going to spill out in that direction.
Ancient's thinking we go A all the time. Maybe they will too. but not the case. You're kind of playing against the philosophy of, you know, we're stacking. Obviously, we're stacking B, as most people would expect, since B is often the site that is exploited. But Ancients, you know, trying to play the mind game, thinking let's stack A. They might think A will be less defended on a round like this, where we should be stacking somewhere. But they did also kind of stack heavy to A both rounds. And bomb goes down 5-on-5. Everyone just setting up for exits. Best they can hope for here is try to save an op. I mean, obviously get that op, or just try to think anything. It is Cobble. Even if you get the P90, you might consider saving and keeping that into the next round.
Yep, exactly. Just setting up crossfires on all the exits here. Just like Kabakin and Suffolk. The whole team's just going to try to press out one direction together. Crossfire's going to come into effect. Pronection will actually pick up one kill here onto Kabakin. They're getting some players down to low HP, so maybe Ancient picks up some guns out of this. As Twist is also going to chime in. He's been so deadly with that P250. And yeah, they're just kind of mop all that up, actually. All that's left is Demon. Even he's going to go down, so they get 3 guns out of this. So, not bad.
Twist might have more kills with just a P250 than Pronax and Devilwalk put together.
I think it's ridiculous that he's already at 31.
I'm actually going to
there's
check
at
that.
least 4 rounds left to play. Like,
yeah, I hope.
pretty
I almost
impressive.
want this to go 30 rounds just so Twist can drop a 40 or a 50.
I mean, the way that this thing is trending, that certainly could happen. But here's Ancient's next real big chance. This is kind of one of their last really big opportunities where they'll have full utility, full guns to actually put a stop to YP. YP again drifting a bit B heavy, but leaving Arc to kind of watch any type of flank.
That stat was accurate, by the way, or almost accurate. Twist has 10 kills with a P250. Pronax and Devilwalk together have 10 kills.
Pretty gnarly numbers there from Twist, even making things work with limited equipment. But he's going to have to come up with even more now, as his team is already a man down in a very important round. If they want to stop this thing from going way in YP's favor, they need to figure out a way to make this 4-on-5 work, as we do see YP gathering up again over towards the B side of the map. Palf is going to be at the chicken coop here in the back. Devilwalk in the area. Pronex also in drop-down room. Here does come the execute out of long B.
Half back in the chicken coop. Dima hand over face. Half getting that one for free. That's what they needed. 4-on-4 evened up. Bomb though still going down in the smoke. Sophic planting that. I believe what Dav cost and another up on the platform, still ready in the post plants. Actually, they're all up there. Twist from behind, able to find one. Nice incendiary forces Arch up. But look at Dav cost. 2 quick shots. Arch is like, whoa, that was my kill. Oh, found Pronax. Outkill him instead. Dav cost 4K. Team YP 13-8.
I mean, Ancient just kind of elected to play behind the smokes, kind of wait the plan out and just try to see if they could make the retake work. And was some promise there. I mean, you did see Twist coming up with one. You even saw a little bit of a play there from Palp, the chicken coop being able to get a guy for free early on to make it a 4-on-4. So there was certainly some promising things there. But then Davkos, that's the guy we talked about that needed to step up for his team today if he wanted to overcome some of the talent that's featured on Ancient. And he has so far delivered. I mean, he's at 20 frags. Dima's also stepped up his game. You know, you got Arc right there. So the 3 guys you expect to be putting up numbers from YP based on their play against Lounge are doing so. You know, they're giving you the goods. Meanwhile, you got Twist over there. It's like, please, someone help me. Someone, anyone. Is there anyone out there? Please.
Hello?
It's kind of ridiculous at this point, really. He's still a frag above the rest of his teammates combined.
YP taking this one a bit slow, making a lot of noise over at B. Ooh, Kabakin just ate a grenade. Twist playing around the smoke. Davkos might not be ready for that. He's aiming up high. Yep, tunnel vision in through that scope. Twist allowed a free kill. Once maybe some more flashes, but doesn't push through. Will still remain holding that close angle. And a pop flash actually for a teammate. That might just be allowed to allow Twist to get out of here. Is what he's doing. Sophic, though, wow. Twist expecting that too, thinking, my teammates aren't there, better check it. Another kill, that's 2. And now nades raining all over YP's parade. Schneider up on the tree, and it looks like finally one of their defensive setups is going to work out. Kabakin almost got around on the flank for another kill. Now Arch, 5 HP, 1v4, goes down. Ancient finds success.
I mean, still just a Twist show, though, right? I mean, he got his team into a 5 versus 3 with those initial 2 kills over on the A side of the map. So if they would have lost that, I mean, that would have just been plain ridiculous at that point. That would have been just a straight up embarrassment. But luckily, the B defense does actually come up big there. We did see Pronax and Snyder, I think, with the crossfire, be able to shut down the remaining forces from YP, and so they will put a round on the board and force YP into a bit of a save. I mean, they did get a little bit of action here with the ARC, with the MAC-10. They have a Tech-9, a couple of other upgraded pistols, and a little bit of armor, slight utility as well. So something to work with, but still not great. So, I mean, it still should be Ancient picking up this round.
And there's Schneider. It's what we want to see from him starting to land these op shots a little more consistently. I mean, it is just pistols and armor, but still, it's nice. And there's Pronax bringing down Arch. Everyone's starting to get those kills up. And not a moment too soon, because YP were very, very close to round 14. Yeah. Be even a match point. Nade going in. A player still in that smoke. That's Pronax. Does go down, but they've got the bomb, and Palf able to clean up. Actually, Kabakin also in here. 1 versus 4.
Kind of boxed in here, so I mean, there's really not much he can hope for at this point, and he will go down the twist. So 13-10, Ancient now with those round victories in the last couple will, you know, show us some life, and now they actually might have a chance of reeling this one back in. Still a little bit low on YP. I mean, Sotfik is going to be reduced just to a Tech-9, but you do have Davkos with the op. You do have AKs in the hands of Ark and Dima, who have been pretty on point this game. So still a lot to deal with if you're Ancient, especially since they haven't really shown us like any real consistent holes outside of Twist being able to put up some nuts numbers. Everyone else has really kind of struggled to consistently show us something. But now Pronax coming alive over here on the B-bomb site. It's another big kill there on the counter boost, I think that was.
Yeah, so Kabakin down. Pronax starting that one off. He's had a couple good rounds now, up to 12 kills. From 7 when we last checked in, I think a couple rounds ago. So 5 on 4. Still a lot of time, though. Let's see if YP can't find an opening pick. Looks like Sotfik wants to try over here and drop. He's going to flash Molly, get himself in there. Actually, they smoked off the window side, so they'd only have to deal with Palf, who will pop flash himself through, but doesn't actually commit to the peak. Also Arch, meanwhile, lurking around over at A. There it is. Davkos finds it, evens it up, 4 on 4. And more control into the B site. Actually, only one person here. That's Schneider. He really needs to land the op shots now, and starts off by bringing down Davkos. Dima still smoked off. Can't quite get out to the long B platform, and Sotfik hoping someone gets curious and hops through this window at drop.
So well done by Ancient. They get a man advantage here. Time is ticking away, so YP's going to be forced to make a decision soon. Looks like they still want to split this B-bomb site here. Pronax, though, nice incendiary, stopping them from being able to take the window route, being able to focus actually on the site now. And they have YP pretty well held up.
Oh, Schneider, he's going to see one out the smoke. Pronax will take care of him. Now Schneider can put his focus back here at broken wall. One will drop off. I don't think Arch was spotted. He can do some damage here, make it costly. Winning the round 1v4 will be hard. And okay, he'll get Pronax. Schneider trades it.
So you're seeing the B defense come alive now for Ancient. Like, Pronax and Schneider are starting to wake up here. It wasn't so long ago these guys were in the single digits, and now you have Pronax at 14 and Schneider at 15. Of course, they still are negative, but slowly but surely they may even work themselves back into the black if things persist this way. Meanwhile, Twist still giving you what you want. 35 kills right now with at least 3 more rounds to play.
So pause again, yeah, tactical. That's kind of what I was thinking. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I saw Dima's ping at 65 and thought maybe it was spiking, but no, it's no internet issues. They are taking a tactical. That's 3 rounds now in a row for Ancient, within 2 of tying it up and going the distance. Twist 5 kills away from dropping a 40.
Yeah, I mean,
he drops a 40. Someone better buy that man a 40. And for those of you in Europe that don't know what that is, it's 40 ounces.
Of really shit tier beer.
Yeah, really shitty high alcohol percentage beer.
Like just the worst. That or maybe why people can hook them up with a free premium or something like that. I don't know.
Colt 45.
Either way.
2 other things that might be illegal depending on what state you live in.
Play Edward 40 hands.
Oh. You don't know that song? Colt 45, 2 zigzags, and yeah, duct taping 40s to your hands. We like our drinking games in America.
I have never played Edward 40 hands, and I feel sorry for those who have.
Yeah. So I wonder what the adjustment from YP is going to be.
I feel like they got to figure out a way to neutralize Schneider's op over in the B-bomb site. I mean, that actually has been kind of the difference maker. I mean, Twist has been a consistent force that they've had to reckon with, but what's really started to come alive here in the last few rounds for Ancient, you know, when we were talking about, hey, someone else needs to step up and actually kind of give Twist some help here if Ancient really wants to have a solid chance of coming back in this game. And what that has in fact been Schneider and Pronax over on the B side of the map. Pronax has been doing really well dealing with any type of play that YP's tried to make in the drop down room. He's been able to effectively deal with that. Schneider is putting the op to work, kind of defending the long B presence that YP has tried to have. So I think you either have to figure out a way to counter one of those two things, whether that be like using Molotovs and smokes to more effectively block Schneider off from having an impact and, you know, getting into the bomb site that way. Kind of like what Ancient did on some of their last few gun rounds on the terrorist side, where they kind of eliminated the op from YP in the back of the B bomb site by blocking him out. So you could see them go that route, or maybe it's time to try to work something over on the A side of the map. I mean, Ancient has really been kind of leaving Twist alone over there, which I know Twist is, you know, a terror, but if you can trade him out, like the only other person over there is Devil Walk, and I mean, he's 3 and 17, he's not doing a whole lot. So that may be the other option, is just trying to just, you know, shift the direction and the focus of their tactics over to the other side of the map. Probably won't happen this round, though, right? They don't really have much to work with, but
probably talking more about round 26.
Yeah. Sure, with this buy, the best bet is kind of just to storm the drop down room and see if you can trade out Pronax.
All right, actually going to take a fast approach out into middle here with these pistols. I don't know, maybe they've realized that no one's really going for an aggressive peek at A. They've run into triple of B a couple times. They'll just take the pistols up long A, maybe try to get a kill.
Well, again, they'd be right. Look at this. Like we see Ancient trusting Twist to hold A alone a lot. Not a bad call then.
Yeah, 20 bullets. Like Twist is incredibly on point right now, but you will only have 20 bullets to contend with potentially 5 people. But if Davcost actually engages alone first, or Twist, okay, perfect.
That's big.
Hearing all the noise up top, he has distracted Davcost. Free kill. They've crossed into the site already. That's at least a plant this round. Already successful. And Davcost picked up a rifle unscathed, so maybe even a chance to win it. Nice use of Incendiary here by Pauf. Now it spreads. That puts Thoughtfic in a difficult position. He's taken down. Looks like retake could be successful. Arch still going to try to play the last hope in one more angle. Sees the barrel, but no! Surely should have had the one, and it will all fall apart after that. Davcost made it costly with 3 kills. Overall, decent round from YP, but Ancient up to 12 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a good read from YP. I think they've been kind of realizing the fact that Ancient's been cheating a player over to B pretty early. You know, that it's relying on Twist to anchor the A-bomb site, which is not a bad idea considering how well Twist has played, but they were able to actually catch Twist for free there. That was pretty massive to get the bomb plant, but still the retake setting in. Devil Walk actually, you know, put some work in that round, got a couple of kills. Pronax, like I said, has really come alive here in the last few rounds. He's maybe even about to get back into, you know, a more positive KD ratio if this keeps up. So again, we are starting to see some guys from Ancient begin to step up and give Twist some much needed assistance. We are back onto a full buy from YP, and this is where they're really going to get their chance to kind of show us what they were thinking in their tack.
Well, Arch did eat a grenade already coming up from drop. Davcost had that op out at middle, but now going to give that up, starting to make his way back over to B. Seems like they very well will try to work in it to the drop room. Found a lot of success here early.
Problem is the Schneider's positioning, though. They don't have to worry about long B at all. They can both focus up on this drop room.
Yeah, and Schneider, I mean, he was missing a lot of the shots from behind that box at long B yesterday on Cobble, but now when they need him to really step up, he has with this op. That's actually been kind of the driving force of this turnaround. Twist has actually been really quiet since they started winning rounds. At least in the last 2 or 3. So 5-on-4, YP kind of low. They have pretty much committed to B since they've dropped into drop. Pronax 1 to kill, nicely done. There's a second. And a third. Bomb down. Bach is stabbing from the doors, but he's all alone. Pauf will take him out. 13-13. We're all tied up.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good thought by YP to try to put some focus on the drop-down room and try to take care of Pronax, who has been, you know, coming alive here. Now he's actually in the positive, 19 and 18, so he's really, you know, risen to the call of what Ancient needed to get back into this thing. But the problem is, it's just Snyder's positioning there. It's actually the first time I've seen Snyder go that aggressive on the Long B platform. He's mostly been behind Statue or at Chicken Coop or something like that. This time he gets up there on the platform, gets on the boxes, and allows Palf and Pronax to focus on drop room and just hard counter what YP was trying to accomplish. So, again, just some good reading here from Ancient and these mental Olympics that are taking place between these two teams. It's Pronax is coming out on top here lately on these reads. But here it is, YP looking for the heavy Long B execute.
A lot of nades. Big execute. Where's the smoke wall? Palf's the only one behind it, so he's just going to be kind of quiet. And look at these flashes, delaying YP from actually crossing to the site. Just going to buy all the time off those smokes, and no one checks him out. Now he goes to a flash out. Zotfik, though, will actually bring him down. Pronax also finding one. So man advantage going on this retake, and his Twist actually falls. 3-on-3 post plant. And a lot of ground to cover. Retaking the B-site could be pretty hard. Devilwalk able to get one. Big kill for him when they need it. Pronax going to try to slide around the rectangle. Schneider retaking with the op. Nade onto the site, but looks the other way. And Pronax falls too. Team YP take it right back. That was 5 in a row for Ancient. And wow, yeah. Zotfik with an ace. Had one on Mirage over in day 1.
That was a big play there from him. He's been pretty quiet this game. He was actually the bottom fragger up until that ace. And so what a time to, you know, step up and make a play right here at the end of the game where the rounds matter so much more. And I mean, we were kind of discussing it, Joey, during the timeout. What could YP do? And one of the things we talked about was trying to neutralize Schneider's op, like make it not a factor, block him off, allow yourself an easier time to make way into the B bomb site. That's exactly what they did. I mean, like you said, Palf was the only guy who could really put up any type of initial defense. He was only able to come up with 1 kill before he was traded out. So just, you know, well handled by YP, and they maintained their lead, but they still have to deal with Ancient on a full buy here. If they can win this one, though, this is kind of Ancient's last end. They won't have a whole lot of money to stop YP going from the win, so this is kind of for the game, I think.
Yeah, it's a big one. I mean, it gets them to match point and breaks the money at the same time of Ancient. I mean, they'd be able to maybe get a rifle and some 5.7s and a bit of utility, but very, very important. Most important round yet in terms of Ancient's comeback. And also for YP, for their easy ability to close it out and avoid an overtime. With a team, I mean, Pronax has started getting a lot more kills. Devilwalk doubled his kills from 3 to 6 just in the last 2 rounds.
I think it really has been
and
Pronax and Schneider.
Twist has not actually had a kill in like 3 rounds.
True.
The man's 35 and 19. Don't get me wrong, he's done enough, but now was not the time to start slowing down. And a Pronax, oh, they get out. He has spotted, did tag up one. Schneider in the doors, has that op ready and able to retreat in time. He'll post up at the vent now, waiting for that cross. Oh, they have crossed! Whoa, Twist saving the day right there. Oh my gosh, but there's Davkos answering back, and Twist goes down to Arch, who was able to sneak up by the fences. 2 on 3, Ancient with the man advantage. Look at the time, though, in the red. Bomb, is it being planted? It's stopped from Devilwalk. That's the kill to win it. They don't even need to fight this, but they still will, and Palp wins it. Team Ace for Ancient, everyone getting a piece.
That was
big.
It
to 14-14.
Really, really well done there. I mean, it got a little bit shaky when YP was able to actually get out the drop-down room and get into the connector, but Schneider's op was actually in a much different position. He's been opping B pretty much every single round. This time he actually was over towards mid, was more over towards like an A rotation type position, and he was able to pick up on that connector push and put a stop to it, which allowed the rest of Ancient that was at B to make the proper rotate, get in positions, and then from there, like you said, they team aced it out. So it's really well done. And now it's a force buy from YP. They're going to try to see if they still can't get the map point, but Ancient, the defense at B, it's holding strong here. They're dealing with this very, very well. Oh, as soon as I say that, though, now we have a 2v1.
The op headshots are just relentless. Unnecessary, but what a shot there from Dima. Obviously, would have taken the shot anywhere, but here's Devilwalk now. 1v2, trying to clutch, a lot on the line. Can't do it. He'll go down. Man, that's tough. Dima now at 28 frags. Davkos at 27. Arch with 20. Zotfik not quite where he was, taking a back seat to his performance yesterday, but of course did put an ace together.
Yeah, that was
earlier on, and he had a big ace on Mirage on day 1. And Pronax big, you know, turnaround story coming into the second half with like 5 kills, I think. Now he's up to 21, so he's been doing most of the heavy lifting on the CT side. Schneider also started to hit some op shots, but we're in round 30, and look at Ancient. Not a lot to work with.
Not at all. So we'll see if they can manage to put this thing in overtime, but it's certainly not going to be easy. Those Mag 7s can be deadly, though, and they're in the exact position you would want them to be in to have their highest impact, which is at drop-down room in a close-range fight and at the broken wall, another, you know, close-range situation. So if, in fact, YP, you know, puts any pressure towards those areas, they could find themselves eating a lot of bullets. But it seems like they're backing off of B altogether. They want to go towards A again, kind of realizing Ancient likes to cheat players over early. It's got to get past Twist's P250, which has usually yielded at least one in almost every interaction. So we'll see if he can keep that up, because he needs to.
I thought that nade was going to go out of the map, but apparently that isn't allowed. As Twist holding a close corner, actually having thrown that nade might have given his position away a little bit, but Twist with a P250 has been good, able to retreat back. Arch brings down Pronax. Pronax is moving in, trying to capitalize on that chaotic situation, but YP just dominant. Move through that A stack, no problem. It's all up to Schneider, 1 versus 4 with a Mag 7. Gonna be tough. He can maybe get this first kill just because of the range. Oh, wow, missed that one too. Finally brings it in. Okay, and able to get an op, so now maybe a bit more of a chance to deal with these players at range, but they don't have to do anything. They can just sit behind their respective boxes, but no, Arch will just peek out and get it done. Now let's see, Arch 22 kills. Okay, let's just get this out of the way. Who was it that said, I saw it on Twitter, it was Argy, ex-CS1 or CS 1.6 player, and I think he also blogs quite a bit on HLTV. He said at least 22 frags by the end of Cobble for Arch. He had 22 frags. The man's a prophet.
So looking at this game, though, as a whole, I mean, it really did come down to the fact that literally no one was helping Twist for the longest time. You know, I mean, the dude was sitting up there at 35 frags for quite a long time with no one else really rising to the occasion. That's really why you saw YP really roll out to a big lead. I think at one point they had it to where they had it like 13-8 or something like that. It was looking really, really dire, but then finally, like right there in the middle of the half, you did actually see Pronax and Schneider begin to step up. Schneider with the op, Pronax being able to hold drop down room. And they finally started putting up some numbers. In fact, you did see Pronax, as you mentioned, he only had 5 frags in the first half, actually get up to 22. They had 17 kills there in the second half on the CT side, which actually got him back into the positive. So, I mean, he was one of the guys that kind of stepped up to help out Twist and try to put some numbers up there. And they held firm at B for quite a while, but then at the end, they just couldn't keep it up. You know, you saw YP beginning to kind of read the situation, kind of realize that, hey, they're just leaving Twist at A. They're just hoping that this guy's going to be like a monster and just kind of hold this thing by themselves. And it didn't work out that way. Like Twist wasn't able to do that. And then that last round, what really happened was is you saw, because it was a force from Ancient, they rotated so heavy from B to A once like those first interactions started happening over at long, which allowed 2 players to flank through drop down into connector. And that made like the world of difference when it got really chaotic there in the end, when YP pulled off like 3 really quick frags. It's because guys were getting kills in the backs of the players of Ancient, you know, from the door and from the balcony. So that was huge. Just really good reads there from YP. And again, just despite the fact that Pronax stepped up, like you saw Twist kind of quiet down the last like 5 or 6 rounds. And again, some other guys still didn't really do a whole lot, like Devil Walk, for instance. I mean, that you can't be negative 15 like that.
Yeah, that's tough. Like, to Devil Walk was a big question mark, I think, in everyone's mind, and I'm pretty sure we all commented on it throughout this event. You know, how will he perform? Didn't matter on day 1 because everyone else was getting so many kills. But in 79 rounds played over 3 maps, Devil Walk only has 26 kills. Like, that's just not gonna cut it.
No, it's not at all.
So you never want to like put anyone on blast that hard, but it was not a good performance. Obviously, a lot of players that have certain roles come under fire from the community, so you never really want to like encourage that. Like Taco, for instance, on Luminosity, obviously his teammates backing him up, saying he does what he does. He's a very integral part to the team. Just look at their results since he joined the team along with FNX. But so far, Ancient, very fresh, haven't showed as much. I hope to see a lot,
Well,
but it does need to be a little bit more of a full team effort besides Twist. I mean,
yeah.
put that in perspective. Twist probably has. Can we put up the roster, the team rosters? Like, how many kills does Twist have in the 3 maps that they've played?
Yeah, we'll see that in just a second. But here's a point I do want to make. It's like I can understand like some players not
93.
getting numbers. Like when you are the entry fragger for your team, you're the first guy in. I mean, it is hard sometimes to like consistently put up really big numbers. And so it's somewhat understandable that would happen. Also, if you're the in-game leader and your main focus is to direct the team, lead the team, come up with the tactics, come up with the overall strategy and the approach to the map, maybe even, scouting your opponent. They have to put so much effort into other things other than working on their fragging ability. And so I would say those are the 2 positions where it's almost like somewhat understandable that you wouldn't put up good numbers on a regular basis, or at least decent numbers. But I mean, Devilwalk's playing none of those roles. He's a support player, and at that point, while like I said, you don't have to be the star of your team. Like this dude doesn't have to be dropping 30s every game or 20s or whatever. I mean, if he could just be like neutral, like so 0, like 12 and 12 or 14 and 14, something like that, that would be fine as long as he's supporting his teammates properly. But when you're going negative 24, I mean, from a supportive role, that just seems like not enough.
Well, we will end on a positive note. We've got Dav Cost playing amazing. Dima really stepping up, playing way above where his statistics would put him at, way above anything he'd be projected to do. So Dima's playing fantastic. Arch had some very big rounds. But Dima and Dav Cost for me in that map, and we'll see if they can keep that alive as they go into Mirage. I think this is a map that's going to be slightly stronger for Ancient, based on what we saw when they were playing eFrag the other day. So we've got map 2 coming up here in the MLG Last Chance Qualifiers. One more team, either Team YP or Ancients, to go to the offline qualifier for the major in Columbus, as we have SK Gaming already through. I'm Helium, that's Dust, and we'll be back after a quick break.